Hi, tarot friends. It's Jade here from Tarot Your Truth, and I'm here today with another deck walkthrough. This is a new deck, new to me deck. I saw this deck, a few times as I'm going through Amazon and whatnot. But you know what I wish actually is that when you're on Amazon and looking at the decks, that they actually showed more than just the cover of the box, and then they have that picture that shows how big how big it is. So I didn't have to always leave Amazon and then go to YouTube and search or Google images for deck walkthroughs. Sometimes I just want to be able to see it right there, and unfortunately they don't. Sometimes there are very kind people who have received this deck and then didn't post a couple of pictures. But in any case, all that to say is I think Amazon sales would probably, and other vendors would probably be higher if they actually showed some of the photos, because I was not interested in this deck at all until I saw a walkthrough of this deck. Actually, it wasn't even a walkthrough. I was watching the top 5 decks you can't live without by Prism & Co. And this, I believe, was one of his decks. And I went, like mind blown, holy moly. And I decided I had to have it. So I just received it. I've unwrapped it obviously, but I haven't really looked through the cards. I thought I would do that here. Is there an extra card in there? Oh, it's an extra card. Okay. So I love how the backs are just this eye. Love it. I've talked before about the yellow sort of being a color that I often find offensive, especially when it's bright yellow, as in some of the RWS decks. But this one I find fine. I don't have an issue with, really, because it's more of a gray and it's broken up. It's not just super bright. So very much like that. Okay, so I'm gonna flip through these. They are still in order. As I said, didn't even take them out yet. So the artwork is a little bit different on these, right? Because from what I can tell on the words on the video that I watched. I don't know what the right word is, but whether it's collagey in some cases, if that's the proper term, I'm not sure. Anyways, it spoke to me. It came, Amazon sends them in these plastic bubble wrap things, and the boxes do get a little bit dinged up. So what I understand is that, at least on the majors, these come with some kind of rune and an astrological symbol. I'm not sure which one is which. I don't know much about runes, actually, so can't say. If you know, then please do let me know. Anyway, so the Fool. Okay, so I guess I would consider that collagey. The Magician. Okay, so are these the astrological signs then? And those are the runes? But then there's 2. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research. It's interesting. The High Priestess. The Empress. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. Okay. All Emperor. Sorry, I didn't know that there was nudity, or I would have warned you. The Hierophant. It's an interesting Hierophant. I would have, if there was no title there, I probably would have called that the Hermit. The Lovers. It's interesting. Huh. I'm going to have to sit with these cards, I think, and really spend some time with them to figure out, to connect and figure out how this is going to work for me. Strength. I love that it's not a lion. No, I love lions, I have to say, but there's the Hermit. I love the owls. Guess for wisdom. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I love that. I like that very much. Justice. We have the Scales. Not sure what the rest of it is, but the Hanged Man. Fairly standard, except for his hair. There's a rainbow behind him, which is interesting. And his hair is sort of growing into the mountaintop. Death. It's dead arm with a sickle and I guess a crow. Someone behind him. I am going to have to really spend a lot of time with these, I think. Oh, this is the card that was on the cover of the front of the box. Alchemy. So is that... So that's a different one, right? What is that? I'm going to reach over here. Sorry. Sorry, I don't remember what the specific numbers are for the majors, because that doesn't really bother me too much. So let's see here. Alchemy, where are you? I'm not sure. Sorry for the... I am not sure what that one is. I will be going to find out, though. Because now it's just bothering me. So this is the little booklet. Let's just look in here very quickly. So it's pretty small, right? So the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, the Hermit, Justice, the Hanged Man. Alchemy. Of course, it is Temperance. Okay. Or traditionally that, yeah. So the 2 cups come from the traditional image of the card as Temperance. Okay. So each, the description for each section gives you a little description of the card itself, the divinatory meaning, and then also a reversed meaning. And what I just noticed as well as I was going through here, so on each major there is a Hebrew letter, a rune, and an astrological sign. I'm guessing this is the Hebrew letter, this is a rune, and this is the astrological sign. I'm just guessing. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. There is a book actually by Rachel Pollack, I think by others as well, but by Rachel Pollack specifically for this deck. And I may pick that up just so I can read more about this, but we'll see. Anyway, sorry about that interlude. So this alchemy replaces temperance. The devil. I have to say that the images of the devil cards that have goats on them really irritate me. I don't know where that came from or how that came about. Maybe it came from the Christian religion of the devil. I'm not, or before that, I'm not sure, but it really irritates. I don't know. It just really irritates me. Poor goats. This one has a snake as well. So I'm guessing there's a bit of religious connotations in there. The tower, that's an interesting one. It's a high rise. Oh my gosh, is that an American flag? Woo. It almost, I can't 100% tell. Maybe not. Maybe it's just meant to be striped like the other ones, but it has a bit of suggestion, I guess, of... Anyway, sorry. What came to mind when I saw this card was the towers, the World Trade Center, which certainly was a tarot moment. The star, oh, that's so pretty. I love that. It's beautiful. Hopefully this is bright enough, guys. I'm gonna see here if I can make that a bit brighter. Okay. The moon. So this has some suggestions of traditional RWS with the moon and the crab or lobster-like thing coming out of the water. It looks like I don't know if it's supposed to be a horse or a unicorn with it one giant horn. I don't know. Oh, the sun. I love that. It's a different tone all of a sudden. Eon. Interesting. It's an embryo. And the universe. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So let me just have a look here. So Eon, you probably, oh boy, that's dark. Or bright, sorry. Okay, so there's a blasted tree, the goddess, a woman as the earth, bird as the sky, ancient and suffering. The baby in the center represents hope and renewal. So that's for Eon. And then the universe, which would normally be the world. The earth, whose bottom half shows, is circled by a dragon. Really? Okay. Okay, I can see that. So this is the earth, bottom half, and then I guess the idea is that the dragon circles the earth. Both are green, the color of new life. The fire is red, color of energy and blood, and white, color of pure thought. The serpent's breath burns away illusion. Interesting. So this is, it's not I'll have to think about this more, but just at first glance, these seem quite a bit different, or quite a bit different than the traditional RWS meanings. But maybe that's just me, I don't know. Okay, so we get to Wands, Ace of Wands on the East, and that again was pictured on the back of the box. I do like that actually, as the Ace of Wands. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the minors have the title of the card. So they have a number on the top, the 2. I'm going to turn the brightness up again. Sorry. If this wants to work. Okay. And a keyword, Dominion, which again is not really what I consider the 2 of Wands to be about. Maybe in the I wonder if this is more Thoth related. I don't know. I think those are I Ching symbols. Is that what you'd call them, I guess? Or at least that's what it looks like to me. The 2 had the same thing here. The Ace did not. So the 3 of Wands is virtue, which again is not what I would think of when I'm thinking RWS, which is fine. It's just, I'm okay with the new system. I'm perfectly fine with it. It's just, it is interesting, and it is going to require some work for me to get through this. 4 of Wands, perfection. 5 of Wands, conflict, okay? 6 of Wands is victory, okay? I don't know how you get victory from that image, but, I guess if you know the RWS meanings, then that would make sense. Courage, 7 of Wands. Interesting. Again, I guess as in a Marseille style, it must go by numerology. Sorry, I'm just yakking. 8 of Wands, swiftness. 9 of Wands, power. 10 of Wands, oppression. Interesting. Get the little badgers. Oh, that's beautiful. Ace of Cups in the north. 2 of Cups, love. With the stars. I need to research this deck a little bit more. 3 of Cups, overflowing. Overflowing with joy, overflowing with emotion. 4 of Cups, mixed happiness. Interesting. 5 of Cups, disappointment. 6 of Cups, happiness. 7 of Cups, illusion of success. So in RWS, this card is about, it does have 7 cups. They're all filled with different riches. And one of the meanings is in terms of illusions, for sure. 8 of Cups, failure. I did not associate the 8 of Cups with failure, at least when I'm looking at RWS systems. So that's interesting. So some of the cups are right side up, some are upside down. Nine of Cups, fortune. Interesting. 10 of Cups, success. Ace of Swords in the south. I actually really like this card. Usually the ace is, a hand with holding a sword right side up. This one is facing towards the earth, and sort of really cutting through. I get my feeling is that it's cutting through the wind, the air, the logic, getting to the heart of the matter. At least that's what comes to mind anyways right now. Peace, Two of Swords. Again, different, right, than RWS. Three of Swords, mourning. Interesting. Four of Swords, truce. Five of Swords, defeat. Wow, look at that. The swords are broken. Every sword is broken. That looks like an eye. Come on. That looks like an eye. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. So sorry. It's I did not see. So this is actually a head. Like there's an eye, but I can't. What is the eye for? I was having a hard time actually seeing the picture. Oh, Jade. Okay. So they're all, I guess maybe they attempted to defeat this, whatever it is, animal, monster, I don't know. Originally I would have said a lion, but the teeth are, no, this is clearly this must be an herbivore, not a carnivore with the teeth. Wow, okay. Six of Swords, science. There's a face there. Seven of Swords, uselessness. Interesting. Again, not a traditional meaning. Eight of Swords, interference. Okay. Nine of Swords, cruelty. I don't know what that is. Is that supposed to be another animal? But then what is that sword going into? Ten of Swords, ruin. Okay. And again, we have the tips of the swords broken, and they're all bloody, it looks like. Okay, so in this deck, they have replaced the pentacles or coins to represent the element of earth with stones. So that's the Ace of Stones in the west. Two of Stones, harmony. Three of Stones, work. Four of Stones, power of the earth. Okay. Five of Stones, material difficulty. Six of Stones, success. Seven of Stones, failure. Interesting. Eight of Stones, knowledge. Nine of Stones, material gain. 10 of Stones, richness. And we get, oh, okay. What? I'm sorry, pardon this interruption, but okay, sorry. I was thinking we'd already gone through the wands, but we only went to the number 10. And so I guess they've put the court cards separately. Interesting. Okay. Sorry guys, this is new to me, obviously, and not quite the usual state of affairs. So, court cards, they have ooh. Come on. You can do it. There we go. We have mother, father, daughter, and son. So I'm guessing one of them are page. Maybe page, knight, king, and queen. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to have to really spend some time. But it looks like the mother is in this case, the top, I guess, replaces the king as the top of the court card order, maybe? I don't know. Mother of Wands in the East. So there's another, that's interesting. That's Callie. I don't know much about Callie. I have to do some research because I really don't know her, know about her very much. I've learned a tiny little bit from my world religions courses that I took in high school, and she does feature in a couple of my oracle decks as well, so I need to read a little bit more about that. Brahma, Father of Wands in the East. Okay, we're going to try this again. I had the entire brood come home, and so I had to stop. And then I refilmed it, and even though I hadn't changed anything, the video came upside down, the second part. So we're going to retry. This is just the court cards. And yeah, let's just go through them. Actually, I have a couple of things I noticed and I just wanted to point out. So this is the Son of Stones in the West, or the Prince of Stones, and that is Chief Seattle. White Buffalo Woman is the Daughter of Stones in the West. The Old Man is the Father of Stones in the West. And Spider Woman is the Mother of Stones in the West. So you'll notice one thing that I just noticed actually is that, well, okay, so I had noticed earlier that each of the suits refers to a particular cardinal direction. But in this case, it seems like it actually pertains to, like that entire suit pertains to geography. So in this case, you'll see the West. All of these court cards are North American based. And we'll see that as we go to the other suits as well. Going back to the east, we have Krishna. So again, that makes sense, right? India. I'm not sure if these if the wands are all India or not. I think at least 3 of them are, I believe. Anyway, Krishna is the son of wands. Radha is the daughter of wands. Kali is the mother of wands. And Brahma is the father of wands. So that's the east, or wands, and then we come to the north direction, and the north, all of these I believe these are all the UK and North Europe. So we have Parzival, who's the son of cups. I don't know actually who Parzival is. I will have to go look. I don't know if he's a Viking or what. Bridget of Ireland, recognize her. Oops. Odin, father of cups. Everyone knows Odin. And then the mother of cups is Venus of Willendor. I don't know who Venus of Willendor is. I will have to research. I'll have to research that. Okay. So that's the north, and then we come to the south. And now I understand. I think this is probably the reason why. Well, anyways, so the south seems to be mainly Egypt, but maybe some other areas on the same continent. I'm not sure who Nut is. I know I've heard the name before, but I don't know anything about her. I'll have to research that. So she's the mother of swords. I don't know what this card is about. Like, you know, she's standing there holding apples. I don't know what those are. And then this looks like another person sort of doing a bridge. I'm not sure. I'll have to research that. The son of swords in the south is Osiris. Isis is the daughter of swords in the south. And Ra is the father of swords in the south. So again, Egypt, I do find that interesting that, you know, they chose a sun god for swords, but then Odin, you know, who's important to Vikings and whatnot. Like, I would have associated the Vikings more to steel, right, to swords. So I do find that an interesting choice. The one of the things that drew me to this deck is the fact that they have all these deities in this deck. I actually really love ancient history. I would read, you know, as a child, I would read textbooks on ancient Rome and the Roman Empire and ancient Greece, just for fun. I don't know much about the Indian deities. I do have to, I shouldn't say necessarily just Indian, but I don't know much about other areas or other religions or other myths, and I'm really looking forward to digging into that with this deck. It's something that I really enjoyed. One of the things I wanted to point out is I noticed, let's see if I can zoom out here, that on the box it actually says, hopefully you can see that, it's rich in detail and symbolism. The Haindle deck draws upon many esoteric and religious traditions, particularly Native American, the Holy Grail, the I Ching, the Kabbalah, and the runes. The 4 suits relate to different elements and cultures. So that was, I hadn't read that before, but I'm very, very much looking forward to this deck, or working with this deck. This deck is by US Games. And that is not, there we go. Okay. So let me know if you have this deck. Have you worked with it? Do you like it? Is it something that you enjoy working with, or is it too esoteric, or is it too much into the history and myths for you? I'd love to know if you have modified this deck, if you've taken the borders off. Did you leave the titles on, or did you remove those? And if you removed them, did you take off some of the bottom of the backs, including probably the signature would come off too, I would imagine. How is it working for you? I would, I like, obviously I make my own opinions, but I do very much appreciate and like listening to other people talk about this. I've not seen any other walkthroughs of this deck. I obviously, there probably are. I just haven't. I didn't research that. I just thought this was a really fun idea for a video, and I will give an update at some point after I start working with it. I don't imagine that I will start doing full readings with it right away, because I do want to work with each card and really do the research and read about the different systems. I know nothing about I Ching. I may learn about that a little bit later on, but certainly not at this moment. I have quite a few other projects on the go, so I can deal with sort of working with one card at a time, pulling a card of the day maybe, or a card every few days is probably what I'll do, and then spend that those few days or that week researching and just looking into that particular card and what is shown and what the meanings are. The meanings, let me know also. At first glance, to me, it looks like this is not necessarily 100%. It's not necessarily straight RWS, but you're getting the perspective of someone who has only been doing this or reading tarot or learning about the tarot for less than 6 months, right? I started in mid-April, so I certainly don't know all of the meanings yet, or all the nuances of the different meanings, and so someone who's more experienced may just say, nope, that's it is straight RWS, and you just don't know what you're talking about. That's fine. That's what I love about this, right, is that you can never stop learning, and I love to learn, and I love to build on the knowledge that I have. So my opinion can and likely very well likely could change as we go forward. So I really look forward to that. So hopefully you have enjoyed that. Let me know what you think about this deck. I'm very curious about it. So until next time, my friends, it's Jade signing off at Tarot Your Truth.